Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We're going to dive straight in and see what's going on for you guys for the week ahead, all right? So this will be for the 24th, I think, to the 2nd of March. Correct me if I'm wrong. But let's see. Let's dive into it. For Sagittarius, one card out was something they need to hear, address, think about during this week. We have envy. Did we have that last time? It doesn't matter. Whatever this is about, you could be feeling a little bit of envy, or people could be envious of you at this time. We will dive into it a little bit more, but if it is you feeling this way, then a really good affirmation is, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. There is no point envying others when you don't know what they're going through behind closed doors, especially with social media. These days, it's so easy to compare yourself to others and feel like you wish your life was like theirs, but you have no idea what they're going on and or what they did to get there. And everyone is different, all right? So you can get there too. You just have to go a different way about it, right? And your life is just different in general. So let's just see how this is gonna be, right? Let's see for my gorgeous Sagittarians. Let's see what's going on for them this week, please, Spirit. 2 cards out, important messages for this week, some guidance that you have for my gorgeous viewers right now. Oh my goodness, we're seeing a lot of like repeated cards coming through. So Scorpio had a repeated card from Libra, and now you have a repeated card from Scorpio. So it's almost like a chain coming through here. Let's put these in order. Well, look at these. These are actually quite good cards now that I've actually sat here and looked at it. So the here and now is what came up first. This is about being present. It makes sense with envy. If you're comparing yourself to the past or to where you want to be in the future, you can definitely feel really isolated and maybe even behind in life. But you're not. You're exactly where you need to be right now. And that's one thing I want to say to you. But if you do want to make some changes, and if you do want to feel more aligned to your future, then guess what? Thinking about your future and thinking about your past is not really going to help you as much as sitting with your present self and thinking to yourself and saying, what is one thing I can do today that's going to bring me closer to that goal? So that's one thing. And if you're already doing it, then celebrate, right? And that's why you have happy here. Both of these are sitting on eggs. So it's very clear you're bringing something to life, whatever that is, whether it's a feeling of happiness or being more happy, or whether it's a business that you're starting, a project that you're wanting to, whatever it is. Something will come into your life, and something very positive. Even if you're not actively working on something, whenever an egg is here, something will hatch in your life. So expect something new very soon. Maybe not this week though, but the happy card is a really good card about connecting to the universe. So that's something they want you to do. So I would really highly recommend for someone out there, meditation or anything that helps you to connect, even if it's just sitting out in nature, something that helps you feel connected to spirit is going to help you feel connected to yourself as well. Okay. And most importantly, this card is about focusing on your happiness, right? And another thing I get from this card is you're manifesting something. So if you're manifesting right now, don't compare yourself to others. This envy will get in the way or slow down your manifestations. Why? Because in order to manifest your dream life, your highest self, whatever it is, you have to be high vibing, and envy brings it lower. So let's forget about comparing yourself and feeling those things. Heal it, address it, of course, but understand that this is just blocking you from feeling at your best in this moment, right? I just want to say those quotes where it's like, who you are right now is the youngest you're going to be moving forward, right? So let's celebrate that. Or it's just appreciating this moment, even if it doesn't look like how you want it to look like. Now, speaking on the topic of manifestation, this card is a really good piece of guidance where it says, feel connected to the dream that you're manifesting in for yourself. Feel it as if it's happening already, right? She's super happy, and I say that's because she knows that there is something in this egg that will hatch. She's already happy before it's happening, right? Loving the journey is super important with both of these combined, right? Being here and now and feeling happy about where you are, even though there's some good stuff coming your way. All right, let's see. Let's dive in a little bit more, see what else is going through for you guys. For my gorgeous Sagittarians, if I can speak today, let's see 2 cards. Thank you. Stag Spirit coming through for you guys, which is all about taking the lead, being a leader in your life, taking back your control. I wonder if this cherry blossom means anything to you guys, because I've never noticed it before, but it's around the antlers here, and some feathers as well could be important symbols for you. Now, I will show you guys these up close. You also have the Otter Spirit, which says you're never alone. All right, so something to remember. Spirit is around you, and I find that ironic that these are under each other or near each other there. There we go. So stag spirit, being a leader in your life, taking actionable steps towards your goals, like I've been saying here. All right. And taking back your control. Because when we're envious, when we're thinking like you're giving all your energy and power to feeling powerless, right? And I feel like spirit's just saying, rein that in. Don't put your power and your energy there. Anyway, you have auto spirit. You are never alone. All right. Whether it be people in spirit, whether that be somebody around you, some people around you who care for you. It's important to feel and connect to that. But as well, it can just really be about you and spirit. All right. Let's see. One more card out, then we'll dive into the juicy details of your tarot cards. Let's see for Sagittarius, something they need to hear or a piece of guidance for them this week. You have new, a cycle has ended, welcome the new, changes coming for good. And then we have low batteries, fuel needed, fill up your own cup and relax, dear. All right, something that's coming through for you guys. So there we go. I'll show you these up close and personal. Okie dokie then. Well, let's dive in a little bit more. Let's see what's going on for you guys. So I'm actually starting out with this. This used to be my clarifying deck, but it's the before tarot. So the illustrations are kind of before the actual tarot card. So it's been coming out quite nicely for people with the storylines that they've been saying here. So anyway, let's dive into it. For Sagittarius, one card out, please, for the overall energy of this week. That was quite quick for you guys. The Knight of Swords. There's a lot of things happening then. The Knight of Swords, again, can be rushing too quickly into things. So I would say there could be a little bit of a pre-warning here to not do that. The Knight of Swords can also be about rushed communication. So maybe there is very speedy or very rapid communication coming away. I'm going to clarify that for you guys, though, because I think there is some details that are a bit missing here, which is what that card is about, by the way. So again, just be aware that you might not have the full picture right now. Let's see. What is the energy of Sagittarius this week, please? How are they showing up this week? The Page of Swords, which is that triggered energy, right? Interesting. So let me just clarify these so I can actually understand what these are saying. But there's a few things around this. The Page of Swords is really good for being curious, right? So if you do have curiosities, it's a really good time to dive deeper into that, to research certain things and to follow where your curiosity is leading you. It's kind of about seeking information. So if that's what you're needing to do, then by all means, go for it. But the Page of Swords can really be a triggered energy as well, right? It's an immaturity. It's just kind of swinging the sword around without really knowing how to use it. So it's really important not to speak on things that you don't have all the information about. It's really important that you don't react based on triggers, right? You don't want to react, you want to respond, for example. And if there is any feelings of envy or comparison or, anything that's making you angry that isn't, because we have envy here, I wonder if there's things going on around you that's triggering you. But if we just kept to ourselves and we focus on what you're building, then that becomes like background noise. They want you to really focus on your own energy, but understand where that trigger is coming from. Just like I said, be curious about it, dive deeper into it. Okay, let's see. It's in your energy, so I will say it's you who's triggered, you who might be creeping up on people, thinking about what they're going through, what's dealing with. I don't know. Let's see. Why is the Knight of Swords the overall energy of this week? Can we dive a bit deeper into that? What is the meaning behind this? Why is this here? Knight of Swords. So the Hanged One, that's interesting, because this is about not about stagnancy, it's about holding back a bit. Seeing things through a different lens could be important for you guys rather than rushing into it. The Hanged One is all about being enlightened, looking at a situation from a different perspective. Okay, and I wonder if that's the approach they're wanting you to do, which I will dive into it in a second. They want you to take the lead, but do it from a place of enlightenment. Rather than, as I said, the Knight of Swords can really be about gaining one little bit of information and think you know the whole story. You don't want to do that. But I don't know exactly what the situation is. Clearly, I feel like it's a specific topic for some of you. So let's see. Why is the Page of Swords in their energy? The energy of Sagittarius this week. The Three of Wands. That's a waiting card, right? That's waiting for your ships to come in. What are you waiting for? I'm going to clarify that one more time. Why is the Three of Wands here? Can you dive a bit deeper into that? What is the meaning behind Three of Wands in their energy? The King of, I wonder if you're waiting for some communication. The Five of Swords to me represents an argument. So I don't know if you are kind of expecting an argument, or you've already been through it. You're kind of waiting for them to speak out, or you're kind of watching from a distance. I don't know. But the King of Swords seems to be what you're waiting for. And I will say you're in this Page of Swords energy, which is more of a immature place. Or I don't know. So I wonder if there's something there. In the meantime, it could be a really important space to figure out your truth. And that could be what this is about. Maybe you need to seek more information, because we have a lot of swords here. And both of these about waiting. So I really feel like maybe they are, again, asking you to think about your reactions before you react. All right, that's important. And that could be why the here and now is here. You might be like, let's say, for example, because of a low self-esteem, you're expecting somebody to come out and criticize you, and you're kind of ready to attack, or to defend yourself, when they're not actually going to, I wonder if this is just trauma-based, where it's like you're kind of expecting the worst. And because you're trying to predict the future, almost, you're trying to anticipate something. And then, but if you really sit and waited, you'll see that something is not really as it seems, but it's in a good way. I don't know. Let's dive a bit deeper. Let's see what your challenge is this week. What's going on here? What is the challenge that Sagittarius may be facing this week? The Knight of Pentacles, right? So that's opposite of the Knight of Swords. Your challenge is to slow it down. Especially, don't go rushing in the dark to find the exit, because you never know what you're going to crash into, right? I feel like your challenge is to be patient in a period of maybe some confusion or uncertainty. And because you have this new here, and that makes sense too, I just feel like you don't want to rush something, especially because you have low batteries here. I really feel like by taking your time, not only are you going to fill up your own cup, but you're going to come from a very certain or strong or stable, that's the key word here, a stable place. Your challenge could also be financially related, or to do with career opportunities. That could be a challenge for you guys here, but this is a good card. I just feel like the main challenge here is just slowing it down so that you can find out which of these options you've got around you are the right one. So making decisions, again, you don't want to make it rushed. Let's clarify it for you. Why is the Knight of Pentacles a challenge? The Queen of Wands. So that's usually about focusing on your, I was going to say independence. Yeah, I guess she's an independent queen. Doesn't need anyone. She's beautiful inside and out. She knows it. She's got a high self-esteem, a high self-worth. So again, that could be something that you're being guided to work on, because the Knight of Pentacles is also my card of progress. So I wonder if they're wanting you to be more confident in yourself and in where you're going, especially if in your career life as well, about finding the approval from within. Okay. All right, what is the advice then? What advice do you have for Sagittarius this week? What is the advice? Oh, interesting. The Hermit and the Five of Wands. Now, all of this really is about coming from a different place, is really important. And I guess in a way it could be about taking the lead. As I said, the important key theme I feel like is not reacting but responding. So sitting back, really reflecting on something, because the Hanged One and the Hermit are very similar. They're both about enlightenment and doing things from an enlightened perspective. The Hanged One goes upside down in order to gain enlightenment. The Hermit climbs that mountain to see things from a higher perspective. So your advice is to do that, to seek enlightenment, to seek the truth, to seek what is Spirit telling me in this situation, on how to approach a situation, or how to deal with the situation. The Hermit is a teacher, a mentor, your higher self. Because this is your advice, especially with the Five of Wands, you're being called to look at something, a conflict, a battle, from a different lens. Let me put it this way. I did say that you could be in conflict with someone here, and I just wonder why. That just feels super random. So I'll let you resonate with that however it is, because I'm not quite sure. But to come at it from a different perspective. This is very immature, and the Hermit is extremely mature. It's super wise. That's what it's about. So I wonder if that's how they want you to deal with some sort of conflict, whether it be internal or external. And in order to do that, we have to be present, right? We have to reflect. We have to think. We have to understand, or I don't know. I was gonna say undress it, but maybe that's what it is. On the outside, it may look like envy, but what is it on the inside? It could be just an insecurity, worry that you're never gonna have the things that you want or desire, whatever it may be. Undress it. That external layer is just a defense mechanism. What's going on deeper down? And that could be about a conflict that you got with a person. The Hermit might be about you taking the higher platform and looking at it differently. Otherwise, this will always keep repeating itself, right? We'll go round and round. So whether that be a karmic pattern with you and someone, whether it be, a person outside of yourself, whether it be a battle you got going on within you, the Hermit is looking at this from a place of wisdom because you clearly have it within. All right, let's just clarify this for you guys. Let's see, why is the Hermit and the Five of Wands the advice that you have, please, for Sagittarius this week? Six of Wands, well, exactly. And also for some of you, if it is about a person, there is a chance of making amends. But in your situation, it might be about kind of looking at it from a different lens. I'm not saying it's your fault, by the way, but maybe it's about you moving on from it. You making peace with that or whatever it is. Right. The Six of Wands. This is what comes after the Five of Wands. So again, it does feel like gaining victory over a battle. Sometimes you got to be the bigger person and walk away and not engage in something anymore. And that could be what it is, to find your own soulmates out there, however that applies to you. All right, that could be the case for you guys. So reflect on what you've learned through the battle, but come out of it. Sometimes the best thing you can do is leave a situation behind so you can have victory elsewhere. But this is about winning a battle. So again, your advice is to focus on analyzing it, looking at it, and moving past it. Okay, I hope this has helped. It felt very random to me, so I hope I'm just going to trust that whoever needed to hear it, it makes sense to. So let me know in the comments because I would really love to hear it. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon.